Alright, I'm gonna keep it brief. Pokemon Legend ZA was announced, I think it was, what was it, like 5 days ago on Pokemon Day? 5, 6 days ago? I don't know, whenever I'm releasing this. But it came out, they showed this new three starters, which was Totodile, Chikorita, and Tepig. and, there may be teasers about them getting Mega Evolutions, but as you may know from the starters of Gen 2 and 5, like their moveset has not really been improved at all. I looked over their moveset, it's not really that great, but there are rumors that, well, it's not rumors, but Mega Evolutions are coming back, and it is possible that the starters won't get them, but if they did, which I don't know, like there's leaks and stuff, but I'm not trusting any of that stuff right now. So I want to go through a few things. First of all, I believe that Gen 5 was supposed to be when Mega Evolutions were introduced. As you can see here, Charizard gets Dragon Claw, which is Charizard X's typing for Fire Dragon. And that is basically the only move it learns leveling up that would be Dragon besides, I guess, Dragon Rage, which kind of doesn't count. But this moveset actually existed in Gen 5 as well. Dragon Claw, Shadow Claw. I don't know why it learns these moves. I know Gen 3 and 4 actually had these as TMs. It was teachable to Charizard, and funnily enough, not many Pokemon learn Dragon Claw through TM. There was only like maybe 4 or 5, which is pretty hilarious that that would be a TM to begin with. But anyway, uh, this is what I'm basing this theory off of, I guess you could say. But the fact that it learns Dragon Claw, I guess you have to technically relearn it, but it's a level up move. Which down here, I mean, it also there isn't, I guess, Dragon Tail. I wouldn't really count that, but I guess you could technically learn that. It's not really the best move to teach. So with that in mind, we're gonna go on to Feraligatr. Feraligatr, I'm gonna be honest. I've been pondering this. Water Dark would be very obvious, and the only basis we could go off of maybe is the Terra typing that they had for the Mightiest Mark. I believe Feraligatr had Dark, but I don't think they would do a Water Dark Mega with Mecha Gyarados already existing. I believe one of two things is going to happen. There's going to be a new Feraligatr form where it gets the Fighting type, and I'll explain a little bit later about that. And just like in Legends Arceus, they're probably going to get a new signature move. Maybe they won't get a new form and they'll just get the new move. So superpower, this doesn't matter. We're just gonna call, I don't know, um, a fighting Fang move. We'll call it, Fang Crush. Yeah, there you go, Fang Crush. That'll be the fighting move. It'll be like 90 power. So Mega, if it's fighting, I guess it'll just look a lot meaner, maybe. Hopefully. I was very disappointed in Fuecoco not evolving into something similar. There is actually, I want to go into Fuecoco a little bit more in a different video, but I think I'll just do it here. I wanted it to evolve into Fuecoco. Stumpy body, you know, blah blah blah. Second evolution's fine, but I wanted it to evolve into SMW Choco Dinosaur. Uh, Not that one, but the other one. This one here. This one right here is what I wanted it to evolve into. And it had like the fire rock typing. I thought that would have been the coolest evolution to have something like that. But we got Balding Grandpa instead. So I'm a little bit disappointed in that. And water fighting, I think it's just going to be the Mega. I don't think we're going to get like I don't, what's the region called again? Oh god. Gen 6 region Pokemon. Kalos. Oh, I thought Kalos was. Oh, Galar. I'm thinking I got them confused. I don't know why. What's wrong with me? Okay, so I don't think we're getting any Kalosian forms, which I would be okay with, honestly. But I think we're probably just gonna get like the mega legendaries and then maybe starters and something else. uh, for Alligator's moveset for TMs is ridiculous. It learns like every type, which is insane, but that's why it was the best Pokemon on Gen 2 because it could solo the entire game. It learns like all the HMs, all the TMs. It's absolutely ridiculous what it can get. So water fighting, I think, would be pretty good. And to move on, Meganium, I believe it's going to be Water Psychic because of the Terra Psychic it had for Mightiest Mark, but I also think it works because it could have like a hallucinogenic flower type thing that could like mess with someone's mind. I think Grass Psychic is a very good mega. Is there a water fighting mega? I don't think there is, so I think that just backs up my theory here. Grass Psychic, as you can see, it doesn't really get anything. It gets body slam and grass moves and like powders and a bunch of status stuff. TM wise, it gets Zen Headbutt. I don't remember what the psychic move was for Meganium. Outrage is interesting. But yeah, I would either want to see like Grass Rock or Grass Psychic, and if it's Grass Psychic, Psychic would be good against fighting, so that would just be like a double starter advantage on the other starter. And then there's not really much else. I think it's probably gonna have like crazy like vine plants or something close to the Paradox Ancient Pokemon maybe. I think that'd be a pretty good mega, but make it look a little bit more modern, I guess, as well. There's not really an example. Maybe something between like Walking Wake and Suicune, but like grass. I think that would be pretty good. Because Walking Wake has a lot of crazy stuff on it. And the last one, Emboar already has a fighting type, but I think I would rather see a Fire Steel or a Fire Electric for the Mega. Fire Rock would also go well with Head Smash, but once again, I feel like it's going to be uh, it's just going to get some new move that's exclusive to the starters. Meganium as well, I think it's probably going to get like something similar to Extra Sensory maybe. I like Extra Sensory. I think that's a really good move. I enjoy using it, but not a lot of good Pokemon get it. So Meganium Extra Sensory would be Stab for the Mega, and there's no Psychic move, so that would kind of back up my idea. Which also kind of makes me think we're going to get a new form, so it's Stab without Mega, but I don't know. As for Emboar, Rock would be good. Electric, I would kind of prefer because it'd be like a very forgive the pun, but I think it'd be a very charged idea for a boar Pokemon that charges to have literal charge from like electricity. I never really liked fighting on Emboar because we already had like Blaziken and Infernape, so it's extremely redundant to have another fire fighting type, but that's what we got. As for the moveset, Iron Head would back up Steel, Heavy Slam would back up Steel, but once again, Gyro Ball as well. I really think Hard Press. As I was thinking, Steel would be really good, but since it doesn't get anything leveling up, besides, I guess Poison would be good as well, but I'd much rather see Steel, I think, for a Mega. And all three of these would be new typing for Mega Evolutions as well, unless I'm forgetting something. I don't believe so. I mean, the only fire steel type I could think of off the top of my head is Heatran, which many people have never actually obtained before because it was only in Gen 4 post game. You actually had to know where you were going, what you were doing to end up in that location. I, for one, have only caught it once, and I've beaten BDSP, not BDSP, but Diamond Pearl, Platinum many times. I've never actually played Pearl. I have Shining Pearl, which was I've never had I never had Palkia before that game. So as for the move, I would probably want a mixed attack move, sort of like Terra Blast, that one move that what what Pokemon is it? It's the Gen 7 legendary where it has, depending on what attack stats higher, it would be that type of attack. Galarian Slowbro, I believe, also gets what is it, Shell Blast or something that's poison and it does the same thing. So I really think that would be very good for Emboar because it has that's basically the entire Pokemon is its HP attack and special attack. So I think that would be pretty good. It's not very good, so I mean Emboar could probably swap special attack for a little more speed. I don't know why they do this because this actually makes Emboar really bad unless you're making it a mixed attacker. But I like recoil moves as much as the last guy with all the Gen 5. This was fun as hell to use. Flare Blitz, Head Smash, and Wild Charge. That was so hilarious. I went up till the what was it, Getsis after the end battle, and I just kept spamming it with Head Smash, and I just die of recoil and revive it the next turn. I thought that was fun. So that's why I'm basing all of this off of both Charizard getting Dragon Claw, starting with Gen 5, I believe. No, it got in Gen 4 as well. Okay, that's interesting. But the one thing I do want to mention that people really don't think about is Gen 4 had a lot of for the Platinum version, they had a lot of Pokemon which I would kind of deem a Mega without the Mega Stone. Like it kind of gave an extra form to a lot of Pokemon. For example, Electabuzz got Electivire, Magmar got Magmortar, um, Togetic got Togeplane, which is Togekiss. It's a lot. There's a lot of them, really. Um, Rhydon got Rhyperior, which even their names sort of indicate that they're like a more powerful version, like a Mega. So I really think that was more of like a beta version of what Mega Evolution became. Um, no one else has really had this opinion, as far as I know, but I've always thought of it that way because, as you know, Pokemon really likes to recycle a lot of content, but put like a twist on it, and you could really see that throughout the versions. Like Gen 2 is pretty much Alolan forms with Slowking for Slowbro, Steelix for Onix, but it's more of an evolution. Uh, and there are a few more, but there's many examples if you just look them up. But uh, if you really want me to go over that stuff, I can make that another video. So that's basically my entire thought process behind megas, and the starters. As for other megas, we may get a Mewtwo Z, a Charizard Z, and the legendary Z forms. Because, as you know, back in Gen 6, Pokemon was really upset they never made a Z game for X and Y. They really hated it. They even had Z moves for Gen 7 because of I don't know what happened back then. Maybe it wasn't a missed opportunity. Maybe something went south. I have no idea what went on in Japan at that time, but I actually like Z moves. Rare opinion here, but I like the idea of having just one move per battle that's like special, and then you base the rest of your battle off of that. I think that's very strategic. It's like a turning point in a battle where like the main character appears just randomly during a battle and is like, oh, attack, and or whatever. But yeah, that's my idea. As for Embor's type, I I still feel like Steel would be better to indicate like a charging chuck type of like Wario attack. I always thought of Embor and Wario being very similar, like the build and the way they like attack as well, like the shoulder charge I think in the anime happened, and the reckless ability, making me think it would have to be a recoil move maybe, because of all the other moves it has. But that's beside the point. If you think I'm absolutely full of myself or full of something or whatever, go ahead and leave a comment. I'm sure that that's very great idea for you. Okay, yeah, that's it for me. I went on way too long. It's 15 minutes now. All right, bye. Bye.